What's up, boys? This is just gonna be a little trade example of something that I would be looking for when it comes into the market. I just like randomly pick this day, um, but I just want to show you guys something. So, looking at this chart, right? A lot of you might think, "Oh, we're bearish. We just whipped out these highs. We're delivering from." We're delivering from here, but we just swept out these highs, market maker sell models, these lows. However, right, come down to the hourly time frame. Look at the perspective on this. And if you zoom out the perspective, we're bullish, right? So it's all perspective, right? But I'm just going to get into the nitty-gritty of like entry models. So like right here, I mark this out. We have this 1 hour fair value gap that ends up forming a 1 hour rejection block right here. Boom. It's also a 15-minute as well. Look at all those wicks inside that 15-minute, inside that 30-minute, inside the 5-minute too. Beautiful, perfect. Swept all this liquidity. Nice. Hop back down to the 1 minute, right? This was all pre-market, right? So people will be thinking, right? Oh, this is all LRL, right? This is all LRL. We're gonna sweep all of this at open. And that does look the case, right? It looks like we're going to dump off these highs, 930. It looks like we manipulated higher. However, where's the 930 open? We have the 930 open. What does the 930 open not do? It doesn't sweep this high. Let's look at ES. ES did sweep this high, but you're not looking for shorts with a 1 minute SMT. That's not what we're doing, right? So with us not remanipulating this high, if we had swept out this high again, say came up like this open, and then got that delivery, then yes, we could lean bearish for the market maker sell model. However, until this rejection block, 1 hour, 15-minute, 30-minute, all of them get proved that they're not going to hold, we don't need to run all this LRL. However, or actually, also, if anything, we're just going to run these LRL, like this last LRL. This is the last bit of it, because technically if you look at this is an unretraced one. This is also an unretraced one, and we never got this retrace. So technically you would have fibbed all the way from here to mark out your OTE or your range, and you get 0.79, which is max discount pretty much. And what does the 5-minute chart look like? Actually, sorry, the 15-minute chart look like? We did close to the 0.79. However, of this 1 hour rejection block, we haven't closed to the CE of it. And the good thing about this is the fact that we can pair the 1 hour rejection block CE not getting closed through with the fib range not getting closed through as well. You can see it actually wick through the 0.618 on the hourly time frame. And the reason that I like using the hourly time frame on this fib, for example, is because it's an hourly fib range. If you look at it, it's like a 3 hour fib range. So you wouldn't want to look at like the 5-minute or the 15-minute to guarantee that these levels haven't been closed through. Also, if you look at the 1 minute, like this isn't a strong close through. This is like a turtle soup. And so we get this bounce off of the rejection block. Perfect. Is there an entry? Nah, not really. You could have taken this. See the SMT. No, we didn't even sweep it. Yeah, we ended up just leaving these lows. Turtle soup. 10 a.m. opens. We instantly displace higher. We don't get any manipulation lower. Like, if we want to see shorts, we're going to want to see price manipulate lower and then, or manipulate higher and then come down. Take shorts like that. However, if you want to see longs, we're going to want to see price manipulate below and then get an open low high close. So in this case, this is why I think a short could be in play. And this is why I say that you can take trades in both directions, right? This short right here, perfect. This is a A++ short right here. You could take any sort of entry trigger, 1 minute CISD, 1 minute IFVG. You get all of them in the same candle pretty much. you would have taken your CISD here, you would have taken your IFVG here, for example. And what would your target be? The 10 a.m. open. Boom, perfect, 2 to 1. And then what happens at the 10 a.m. open? We reject it. Also, we can mark out the fib from our last range, because for this low to be protected, we wouldn't sweep it, right? And we didn't sweep it. In fact, on the 5-minute time frame, we wicked through the entire OTE range of that. Didn't mark it out, but that's just for example. And you can see we wick through the 10 a.m. open. There is probably a 30-second entry. You could take your longs, stop loss below these PD arrays, which is like the last 1 minute gap. You wouldn't want to see a price closer to 0.79, so this would be a good stop loss down here. It's a big range, so there's that. In terms of targets, it's not great. You have this LRL, which would be have to run, so we can mark this out from here, like this. TP up here. You're getting 2.6 to 1 on this 10 a.m. And this is with an entry confirmation. This is granted that you didn't take the entry just straight off the 10 a.m. open. Your entry could have been all the way down here, and you would have had a 45-point stop loss and this TP. But this is just with confirmation. You could also just run your stop here and then get a re-entry if you want. For example, I don't know if this plays out or not, but you could take a re-entry. And then for this one, you could just TP at these highs, because this wouldn't be protected. This is more like a break of structure to the upside, if anything, because the 5-minute closed through it. So you can just TP there for 2.74. Let's see if it ends up playing out. And price delivers straight up. Boom, perfect. You could have gotten entry. No, we didn't reach this 0.5. But this is a beautiful entry, right? Look at the 5-minute chart. What do we have at the 10 a.m. open? This order block, perfect 5-minute order block. It's like an order block with a key open is like one of the best confluences ever. Order block inside of OTE with a key open. Absolutely beautiful peak setup. 2.74R. That's without limit ordering the 10 a.m. open. If you limit ordered the 10 a.m. open, you could have ran stop loss here and TP'd at these highs for a 3.5, and then let's see if it ended up running this full LRL. Don't know if it did or not. Yeah, ended up just chopping around. But that's all you need. All we're really looking for is these ranges, right? And this is a beautiful trade. This is an absolutely beautiful trade using a bunch of different confluences. You have the high time frame alignment, high time frame rejection block alignment, you have a CRT, you have a 4-hour chart, you have a 1-hour order block, you have a 15-minute fair value gap, 1 minute fair value gap, 5-minute order block, 2 OTEs that played out, 10 a.m. open. It's about, in this game with these kind of strategies, trading higher RR, it's about stacking confluences, whether that's stacking order flow confluences if you trade order flow, or stacking gamma, or stacking ICT concepts like this, for example. It's about stacking confluences to be confident in your model, right? There's no like defined model on what I need to see to take a trade, but for me to take a trade, I need a certain amount of concepts to be in my favor for probabilities, because trading is a probabilities game. But yeah, that's just an example of what I wanted to show you guys. The main thing was just this 15-minute rejection block. The way that it played out was the 15-minute and the hourly ended up playing out even better. But yeah, that was just a little example of where my bias kind of comes from, where I get my entries and everything. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video, and yeah.